Hi! Anybody want to guess where I am? I'm in my house. I am in a place that I don't want to be. I'm actually stuck here. I've called 911. No, I'm kidding. You can see there is a laundry type machine behind me. Oh, it's a shark.
Right.
You swam down, hun.
Well, of course.
Huge thanks to Sharky626, man. This is awesome because we found quite the deal.
Oh, yeah.
All right, here is my dryer. Sorry, this is my other dryer because 2 is 1. See, 1, 2. 2 is 1, and 1 is none. If I didn't have 2, and this died, which it did, I would have none. That's why I have 2. I am stuck in the smallest of areas. I don't know if you can see. And I'm stuck in here. This dryer failed. It's a gas dryer, Whirlpool. This dryer failed in August 2024. And I've simply been living without it because it's just not really necessary. It's here, it's nice to have, and that kind of great stuff. Here is a China work light thing that was handy that I just reviewed, so I'll put a link in the description to that. So what happened was, this was last year in August 2024, and I had some bedding that I had washed because Tollboy was going to be visiting. Well, he did, and I had them in this dryer, some of the stuff, and I came down hours later, and the dryer was still running, but it was cold. So I don't know about it not shutting off yet, but I know about it not being hot, and the reason for that is very simple. As you've seen many times before with XJO81X's machine, the thermal fuse. Generally when that blows, there's a reason that it blows. They can fail due to old age, it's possible. We're looking at this little white thing right here. What I did is I shotgun ordered parts, and that's not the way and the approach that I like to take, but the reason I did that is because the parts are cheap and it's good to have on hand. So I bought the full gamut of sensors back here, 2 sets of them just to have on hand. I also bought new gas valve coils, hot surface igniter, and flame sensor. And I used about $1.250 worth of those parts. It was just the thermal fuse here. Why did that blow? Well, like many other Americans, when I bought my home and I moved in and the dryer was here, you know, I tested it out. Wow, it gets hot. Oh, awesome, we can do laundry. And that's that, and you start doing laundry. Well, I cleaned the duct out and that was all good. But this plenum here was pretty damn plugged. There was almost no airflow coming through. It was just clogged up with lint. I have one of them little handheld jobby stupid vacuum things. Filled the canister of that up twice with the amount of lint between what was in here and in the duct itself. Both appeared to be very patent, but that wasn't actually the case with this. This was actually pretty open here. There's a sticker on here. It says service information, blah blah blah, to remove blower wheel, and we don't need instructions. So that was the reason that the thermal fuse blew. Clogged up with lint. And in order to do this here, I had to clean off the top of this dryer, which you know is always filled with shit. I had to make room on the freezer, climb up using a lead acid battery as a step so I can get myself up on top of the freezer, then jump down in here. And now the problem is I can't stand up by myself, so I have to use the freezer and the dryer next to me to hoist myself up with my arms. And I've lost all circulation in my legs, but that's fine. That's just part of the course here. Anyway, the good news is I metered all of the sensors while I was back here, and everything was good except for the thermal fuse, and we found the reason that it blew. So as far as the dryer not getting hot, that has been solved. As far as why it didn't shut off, there is a possibility that being blown could cause that to happen. The only way to find out is to run a cycle and test it, and I'll do that in time. If not, I can get a timer. That unfortunately is the expensive part, which is about $100, but at least I can get one. The other parts that I was talking about, all the sensors and the gas valve coils and hot surface igniter, all that kind of stuff, $50. And that's just to have on hand, which was simply the reason I bought it. I was practically convinced I was going to find the problem back here, and indeed I did. Sharkley had recommended that we take this plenum off, and it's a damn good thing, because this had probably, when do we estimate this machine is from?
94, I think.
4-ish, yeah. So this was probably used till from 94 till 04, we'll say, a good 10 years. And probably they never cleaned the lint filter, and you know, people are slobs in that. I clean it every single time that I use it, but between that and my usage, and I've been here for almost, well, by the time you watch this, I've been here 19 years. Yeah, it kind of was time. So it was filled up. So anyway, it goes hot now, so that's good. So we resolved that problem. And in the event there is a timer issue, then that's simply in the controls panel, and that's going to be an easy one. But anyway, this is sort of a video receipt. I mean, there's not much really to see. I've done this. You can watch the videos on X-Joe81X's channel when I was there diagnosing the stuff on his machine, but it was right here. There's 2 wires. Take them off, test for continuity. There was none, replaced it. I tested everything else. I tested the heater coil and the thermostat here as well, and that was within spec compared to a new part. It's all good. We tested the machine, it runs, it gets hot, and everything is resolved. It's just getting to it that was the fun part. But man, this needed to be done, and now it is. So that's going to do it for right now. Thanks very much for watching. I really appreciate it. Make sure you click like. Make sure you click subscribe. Go subscribe to Sharkley626. Link in the prescription. And take care. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.